Hi everyone, welcome to Daisy Poppets. This is the very first video for my YouTube channel, so please bear with me. I'm a little bit nervous. There's a whole heap that I need to learn about camera angles and whatnot. Yeah, so as I said, this is the very first video. Where to begin? Suppose I should start with a brief introduction about myself and what I hope to get out of running my own YouTube channel. So, without further ado, my name is Karen. I live here in Sydney with my husband and my daughter. My hobbies are cooking, baking, food preservation, be it making jams, chutneys, pickles, ferments. There's so much to do with food preservation, drying herbs and edible flowers, making tea blends out of those herbs and edible flowers. I really enjoy crocheting. I like to make baby blankets and amigurumi style toys and dolls. I do a little bit of gardening, not a great deal at the moment, due to some injuries, and we only rent, so my gardening is contained into pots. What else can I say? I'm pretty much a homebody. Sure, why on earth would I put myself out there and start a YouTube channel? Well, I've been working in the baking industry for about 20 years, and up until 3 years ago, when everything changed. And since then, I haven't been able to work in the baking industry, but I really miss baking. So I thought, why not share with everyone my go-to recipes for baking and food preservation and quick and easy family meals, and throw in a few do-it-yourself tea blends, bath bombs and cleaning products. So why call my YouTube channel Daisy Poppets? Well, I really like any of the plants in the daisy family. They're my favourite. And poppets is another name for a doll. Poppets were used in folk magic to bring good luck to a home, and were usually kept in a kitchen or on a shelf or in a cupboard, and many people believed that they would bring the home good luck. To start off the first video of Daisy Poppets, I would like to share with everyone my go-to apple crumble recipe. So stay tuned. Okay everyone, now we're going to do a really quick and simple apple crumble recipe. I have preheated my oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So the oven's on, ready to go. As I said before, this apple crumble recipe is really quick. I've used a really old-fashioned Australian apple called a Granny Smith apple. Granny Smith apple was developed by accident by a lady called Mrs. Mary Ann Smith in Ryde, which is a suburb in Western Sydney, around 1860. So it's a very old apple. So in a 2-litre oven-proof dish, I've peeled, cored and chopped up roughly about 1 kilo of Granny Smith apples. Granny Smith apples, if you don't know, are a green-skinned cooking apple, perfect for apple crumbles. So into my dish, I will add about 1/2 cup of raw sugar. or it's about 110 grams. And I will also add a couple of spices. So about half a teaspoon each of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and half a teaspoon of ground cloves. Love the smell of spices. So, just want to give this a stir. I like my apple crumbles to be crunchy, like a little bit crunchy, like chunky, sorry, I'd rather. And if you prefer, you could actually cook this mixture down, just to soften the apples up a little bit more. It's all like just, you know, personal preference. I've made a few apple crumbles in my time. Once upon a time, I was a pastry chef out in Northern Territory. I worked at Sails in the Desert Hotel, which was a part of the Ayers Rock Resort, about 80 kilometres from Uluru. That was an experience. I've made thousands, yeah, probably thousands of apple crumbles for a outback barbecue experience that was held every night for the tourists. Yeah, so just give that a mix around. I'm trying to use the least amount of pots, so it saves me on washing up. So just give that a mix around. Lost a bit, add him back in. So I should also add that with the apples, I did mix it with about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. The lemon juice will stop the apples from going brown. Just that when, you know, apples are exposed to the air, they tend to go brown. I'm just going to move that aside for now, and I'm going to make the crumble. It's not a typical crumble. Normally you would rub the butter into your flour so it resembles breadcrumbs, but for this recipe, as I said, it's really quick and simple. I'm just going to, it's like an all-in method. So I have a cup and a half of plain flour, or it's about 225 grams of flour, and then I'm going to add a cup and a half of raw sugar. Well, that's about 165 grams, and a cup of rolled oats. That's about, I think, 90 grams. I'm also going to add a teaspoon of the ground cinnamon, in with the flour mixture. Now, for a bit of a twist on the crumble, I'm actually going to use 225 grams of melted butter straight into the bowl, like so. Give that a stir, just to incorporate all the ingredients together, like so. Nicely mixed together. You don't want to like work with it too much. As I said, it's quick, easy. back my apple mixture, and then we just want to scrape in the crumble. You just want to spread that around with your scraper. If you're at home, obviously you can just, you know, use your fingers to spread it out. Just make sure that everything's covered. Rightio. So the apple crumble is ready to go into the oven. The apple crumble is now in the oven, and that will bake for around about between 35-40 minutes, and that will cook down the apple, and it will produce a really nice golden brown crumble. So I'll just pause the video for now, and when the apple crumble is baked, I will show everyone the end results. Okay, bye. Okay everyone, I'm back again. The apple crumble actually took about 45 minutes, so a little bit longer than what I first suggested, and the apples cooked down with a nice little caramel sauce as well. I would serve this with a nice vanilla ice cream, or my husband will definitely ask for custard. So there we have it. So thank you everyone for joining me. Hope to see you next time on Daisy Poppets. So everyone, that was my very first video on Daisy Poppets. I hope you liked the recipe. If you do want to see more of my recipes, please be sure to press the like button and subscribe. Till next time, bye.